SportsZone. I'm your host, Steven Lucero, joined by Carson, Starke, and Jadon, Crumpton. And guys, we just finished talking about the NBA and talking about the second half of the season, but now I want to talk about what we saw this last weekend, which was NBA All-Star Weekend. So I know it feels kind of backwards, but the reason I want to talk about the All-Star now is because I want to discuss not just what we saw, the product on the court, but maybe just the system as a whole. This is an All-Star game that has changed pretty much every single year over the last few years. They've really been Adam Silver and the NBA trying to find an initiative to make it interesting, to make fans, make viewers tune in. And we saw a different format this year. We saw Team World versus Team USA, Stars and Stripes. Carson, overall, what did you see from this new All-Star format?
I thought it was interesting. To be honest with you, I think Adam Silver is just really trying anything at this point because there's a lot of backlash towards it. I want to say there hasn't really been a good All-Star weekend since maybe 2022 that took place in Cleveland with the whole NBA 75th anniversary thing. I think it's really carried the weekend. It's lost a lot of its touch. I think guys are kind of just too cool now. This year with the whole Stars versus Stripes thing, I didn't think it was terrible. You know, we saw an amazing performance from Kawhi Leonard, 31 points in 12 minutes. But I just think it's really underwhelming to play one quarter of basketball. I think we should really just go back to East versus West, put money on the line, and see NBA stars go at it. If they don't, it's just cooked. It's just the world that we live in.
Yeah, and it's interesting because this is something they've tweaked with quite a few times. They had the system where they were drafting the teams. They had some team captains, and then they went East versus West, and then they went to a sort of semi-format tournament, and then back to East versus West, and just it's been a whole lot of change. And I want to ask you guys also about the skills weekend. They sort of eliminated the skills challenge this year. They did have the three-point and the dunk contest, but I don't know, that dunk contest wasn't quite up to standards, if you ask me to say the very least. Jadon, what do you think about the skills portion?
Yeah, I think the three-point and dunk contests are kind of, to take what Carson said, kind of just cooked. Like, the dunk contest has been around at this point for so long that everything's kind of been done and guys are going to go put their body in the line when Aaron Gordon already dunked over a mascot. Like, what are you going to do to top that, right? So guys are just kind of doing boring stuff, which is why I'm taking this idea from Carson. He said this back before he went on, to get some guys not from the NBA, but these kind of showcase players who can go around and make these crazy dunks and are going to be willing to do that because this is not the stage they're usually on, you know? And so I think that's a way you could really improve the dunk contest. And three-point contest is just kind of boring. I think with skills, it's probably a good idea to get rid of that whole thing. I think they really should stick primarily to just the game. I think Stars and Stripes is going in the right direction.
Okay, but get rid of the skills entirely? Oh, man, that's tough for me because I think for the dunk contest first, it is hard, and it's sad, honestly, to see the downfall. You talked about the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine days of that dunk contest. I mean, we saw some cinema. Dwight Howard, Superman, even Mac McClung, what he did over the last 3 years, three-peating. I just feel like these players, and honestly the league as a whole, is just kind of taking it for granted. We really see players that are just, okay, sure, I'll do it. You know, I think we see the top stars over and over again just kind of declining the invitation. And then the three-point contest, I think it hasn't been quite as bad, but still not what it was. Damian Lillard went out, however, you know, did it on a torn Achilles, so he's still recovering, hasn't played a game this season, but went out and won the three-point contest. So shout out to him. There were some rumors that Steph Curry, though, he said that he wanted to get some guys together and actually go all in next year.
He confirmed it, yeah.
He mentioned Klay Thompson, Dame Lillard again, get actually the best three-point shooters in the game. Do you think that would make a difference, Carson?
Oh, for sure. I think with the three-point contest, it gets a little tricky because there's only so much you can do just shooting threes, whether guys are making a lot of shots or not. To be honest, I'm going to blame it on our generation, actually, because of, you know, TikTok, our attention span isn't great, so guys are just so eager for entertainment. Like, oh, three-point contest is not enough. What are you going to do? Shoot from half court? So I think Steph Curry is going in the right direction of, you know, recruiting guys like Lillard to come back and do it again. You know, who doesn't want to see the Splash Bros as they're on the end of their career? You know, go ahead and do it again. I think Colin Knipple's got to be out there again. He shoots the lights out of the ball. So as far as the three-point contest, they can't really do too much. Dunk contest, like we mentioned before the show started, just get the best dunkers in the world because at this point, you know, you got guys like Vince Carter begging VJ Edge to come out and do it, and he's like, nah. So I blame our generation on it. Three-point contest, I think it's not really going in a right or wrong direction. It just is what it is. There's not much you can do to make it more or less entertaining.
Yeah, it's a fair point. And for me, I have one more proposal for you guys because this is something that's been not my idea. It's been floated around, and I think you hear it coming. I want a 1v1 contest. I mean, I just think that, again, if you can get the real stars of the NBA to actually come out and commit to doing this. I know that might be a problem. I know people talk about injuries and not wanting to do too much. I understand that. But if we saw just pure 1v1 blacktop style game like a 2K, just have the best players going up against each other, I just think that would be absolutely peak. Jadon, would you like to see a 1v1 contest?
Yes, definitely. I think that would completely revive All-Star Weekend. Like you said, the best guys going at it. And I think guys would feel more incentivized to really go ahead and compete because it's not, oh, yay, like Team Stars won, I won,
Yes.
I did it, So I think that would be really cool to get guys out there and maybe have some rivalries. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that could go on there. And I think, like, for the media aspect and the viewership, people would absolutely love that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been so much smoke, so much talk. I mean, even Kevin Durant with his burner accounts or whatever has been going on there.
KD files.
Right? I think for me, put it all aside. 1v1, no excuses. There's nothing you can say. This is you versus him, best in the world going at it. No excuses. We get it done and we get to see it. I think it'd be peak. But guys, going back to the game, I want to talk a little bit more on that because I think this was it was a good format. I liked it. And I think I'll give some credit to Victor Wembanyama for setting the tone in this game because the one issue that we've seen, no matter the format, is just effort in the All-Star game. But he went out there for Team World and just competed. Unfortunately, Luka and Jokic kind of played the first little bit and then took a seat. That's fair. That's fair. But Wemby, I think what he did was he set the tone, and he really got the Stripes, the Stars teams kind of going. The Stars ended up winning it all. Obviously, the young talent, Anthony Edwards. MVP, incredible. Got to give some credit to the OGs, though, on the Stripes. Kawhi Leonard coming in as an all-star replacement. You mentioned him earlier. But what he did, I mean, I just want to give some spotlight to this because he scored 31 points in 12 minutes. I mean, that's a quarter. That is Klay Thompson numbers right there. So I really like it. Do you think a continuation of this format will be good, Carson?
I think they'll try it again. Like I mentioned earlier, though, I think we just got to go back to East versus West and just kind of hope that guys try. Throw some money out there. I was honestly very surprised at the All-Star game. I don't know why it starts at 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday, though. I was in the middle of haircut. I wanted to go home, do my homework, and watch the game. But it wasn't too bad. Like you mentioned, Wemby is just great for the league. Even as a Thunder fan, I love the fact that he goes at Chet every time they play. That intensity, what some of the older fans of the NBA like to see with guys having rivalries. Also, the 1v1 tournament is, I don't know why it's even a discussion. It should be a no-brainer. But I think Wemby really came out there and set the tone. He made guys try. I would say we have to see maybe a year or two more of it. I just don't like the whole idea of starting versus the Stripes. And you've got guys like Norman Powell, who's world team. He's from Jamaica. I don't think it was a bad thing, but I just have to see if it gets any better next year.
Yeah, it's a great point. And I think the point I really liked was saying the start time because that matters. And I'm going to want to switch over just real quick and talk about the NFL's Pro Bowl because, guys, in terms of start time, I didn't even know this was happening because it was going on at noon on a Tuesday. Guys, I was actually writing the scripts for this show. I was scripting it, and then I see on my phone, NFL Pro Bowl games, and I was like, what?
You get a notification?
Yeah, I got a notification.
What?
And I was
What?
like, I knew it was on Tuesday for whatever reason. I don't know why it's not just the Sunday before the Super Bowl. But then I see this going on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the flag football Pro Bowl is going on right now. I couldn't even watch it. I'm at school right now.
Right.
But for me, it's so complicated because they also have a skills showdown they've been doing for the last few years. I think that was kind of maybe the one bright spot. They got rid of that. And also, this game was played in like a convention center in San Francisco. It was just not it at all. I just don't understand it. Jadon, I'll ask you, is the NFL Pro Bowl cooked?
The NFL Pro Bowl is really bad right now. And I think a lot of that is just because the NFL is such a physical sport. You can't have a true all-star game like the MLB does where players are going all out, right? Nobody's going to injure themselves for the AFC, for their conference. Nobody really cares. And I like the move to flag football. I think the first year they did it, it was pretty cool. They had it in like an actual stadium, and guys were playing pretty hard. And the skill showdown, I have no idea why they got rid of the skill showdown.
Yeah.
I used to watch that, and I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll catch the game. But I wanted to watch the skill show. I wanted to see dodgeball and the one-hand catch contest and all of that. It was super cool to see the Stars going out like that and just having fun and showing off the personality stuff. Like they had punchers do the driving contest for a few years, I think. It was super cool. I have no idea why they got rid of that. And then these games this year, like you said, I didn't even know they were going on. And then I saw clips. I was like, where the heck are they even playing right now? Like it looks like, I don't even know. It looks like a college facility, like
truly.
the indoor facilities they have. I have no idea what was going on. I think they're going in the complete wrong direction.
Yeah, this was obviously the Super Bowl was in Santa Clara this year, and they did it basically in that area. Just it was truly like a convention center type of building. I mean, there were just hundreds of fans, maybe. Just not what you want to see from the apparent showcasing of your best players. And I think the other problem is once again players just not even participating. I mean, guys, the AFC quarterbacks were Shedeur Sanders. Joe Flacco, and of course Joe Burrow, thank you, but he missed half the season. This is a case where you have, supposed best competition. They don't even want to come to this game. Carson, what can the NFL do to fix this, or do you think all hope is lost for the Pro Bowl?
Nothing. It's good. It's wraps. It's wraps. I was thinking maybe just now, put it on Saturday before the Super Bowl potentially. I honestly can't even give you anything. It's so cooked. I like the idea of flag football. They have to bring back this skills showcase. Guys are just opting out. They're sick this season. They want to get healthy. Again, I kind of blame it on our generation, but I don't even have anything for you. The NFL is just for a sport so popular, for a league so popular in the United States. It's bad. I love Shedeur. I hope he does great. But 7 touchdowns and 10 receptions out there with the oldest quarterback in the league, Joe Flacco. I have no words. It's good.
Yeah, truly. Not the Pro Bowl talent we're hoping for, but that's unfortunately the reality. I think the NFL is struggling, and they're going to have to do something. You talked about baseball. I think that's kind of been the best, but
for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it all, but that's all the time we have for this show. So thank you all for watching. Make sure to give us a follow on NTTV Sports for all the behind-the-scenes content. Check all that out. Make sure to stay tuned next Tuesday for SportsZone, and of course, see us again next Thursday. We will see you next week on Sports.